you like light skin girls, don't go to dark girls and make them feel less of themselves because everyone is beautiful and unique in their own way. So there's this thing where men say, whenever you move in the street and they're like, I can't my bones waka. Oh yeah. There's this other time I was at a certain taxi rank and conductors actually just circled around this girl. She had a big boy, so they're like, hey, wanani garo. You see, things like that. Sometimes some women, like someone said it, when she was talking about sexual exploitation, she said, you feel hyped by the comments you get from men. Of which I feel like it all comes down to self-value. If you value yourself as a person, you know, no, I look good just the way I am. But then you don't need a man to tell you, to affirm to you that no, you're too fat, or you're too thin, or no, I think you need to be thick, or you're not thick enough. You as a woman need to be confident of who you are. Charity begins at home. So I'm going to perform again, so it's just within my nature. I'm more of an artist than a speaker, but today Tazi put me in a compromised position. So this piece is called Chiponda Moyo. She spoke about pain, and this was me healing from Jolo in 2021. Unichiponda moyo, unoniponda moyo, ndati unichiponda moyo, unoniponda moyo, nangasingazive kuti rudo runoruma, love bite, kunzwa kuda kuzviuraya, suicide, kunosuwa paside, hanzi love is blind eye, probably needed specs, nekuti uri jacaranda, you mesmerize my eyesight. Mumaziso evamwe uri dark city neighborhood isina zesa, asi kwandiri uri nyenyedzi star bright, hanzi nyenyedzi dzinorova starstruck. But the moment you put a ring on it, you prove to be that detergent. Mr. Muscle, WWE, like Valentine's during lockdown. You can't see me. You brag to your friends about hurting me. Our homiato boxing ring every day going in Josiah. Pano pakuita se panogara mombe. Tomogara tichidya magreens. Imimi omleta se magarora phone munogara muri pa screen. Munoita se munhu wemumovie. You don't even spend time with the kids. Cause pese pavanoti daddy munongosheka pasini. Your presents, your birthday present. Once upon a time, like a bedtime story, because every time I try to communicate near me, munobaba se peri. Mutori DOP, bugala menyu magazara ne mamini, lagapeka mamini, ana mainini, idati ulichiponda moyo. Unoliponda moyo. Kunge album rake chaps, moyo wangu wazara babanga. These scars are stars. I ain't saying I'm holy cause Tese Tinotama now take note. You are pro cause you mess with the beats of my heartbeat. Our union lacks 5 senses. How can you raise a son forever when you're so confused? Me cry like a baby, then act like a lady. Cause every time I'm praying, you never seem to be changing. Dati ulichiponda moyo. Ulichiponda moyo. Chiponda moyo.
Wow.
So I use art to deal with pain. But then I lost my grandma like 5-6 months ago, but I haven't written a piece because I haven't healed from it. I haven't. I only cried like 2 months ago, like I said. So this is my way of dealing with pain. So when I do Jolo pain, I was like, anytime you do something funny with me, I'm like, all right, my pain is coming to life. And I will deal with you accordingly. So thank you so much for coming. Yes, I'm so happy. It's so nice to be in a space full of women where we share ideas, share opinions, and hear different perspectives. Thank you so much. And to I'm sitting next to the sister, I feel honored. Thank you so much.
Wow. Let's wait there.
Don't wait. So I don't know if do you guys know that God has got a sense of humor?
Yeah.
You know, so God brought us together, and we are the reason why this event is happening. Shazne reached out to me and said to me that she's a small, mighty little woman. She was nominated for an Ignite Award last year, and she wasn't able to come because she was going through a lot. That was the time when she had lost her grandma. And yeah, she was like not in a good place. So then at that time, I was also trying to think of what can we do around empowering women, empowering girls, getting girls to know more around issues like sexual harassment and so forth. So she was chosen as a gender champion. And the funny thing about the gender champion situation, which she probably doesn't know about, is that I was also chosen to be a gender champion, but because of age, I did not qualify because they were looking for people under the age of 30, and I'm above 30. So I was honest and I said I can't take this opportunity because I'm above the age of 30. So when I lost the opportunity, I was like, God, I really wanted this. This was going to be so helpful to all the work we want to do with women. But I just said, anyway, you know best. Then she gets selected as a gender champion, right? And I'm like, I'm so happy for Shazne. She's posting it everywhere and everything. Then she comes to me and she says, Tadzi, I was selected as a gender champion. I was like, yes, I know. What's the boy? When I watch it, then she's like, anyway, I want to sub-grant my grant to Ignite. So she actually doesn't know this. I didn't tell her about it. I was like, I'll talk about it when we come for this event. But she was like, I want to sub-grant some of it to Ignite. I really like the work you guys are doing. And I've just decided because she's got such a big heart, she's sort of like giving out a grant to other organizations. And why this is so powerful is if you look at, she's my little sister. I'm the ancestor. But God has used my little sister to bring my vision to life.
Yeah.
Right? Which is why we need generational, we need to cut across generations, because you never know where the help is going to come from. Tilima ancestors, but we can also use the love of our little sisters. And she pulled through by just saying, I want to do something for Ignite, I want to do something for Tadzi, so I'm going to give you guys a grant. Right? So what the lesson here is that we are my ancestors, we are still trying to figure life out as I can learn something from you and you can learn something from me. I can support you and you can support me. God always brings help. What is going on here? Okay, 1, 2. Can you guys hear me? Yes. So I was saying that God always brings help from the most unexpected people, right? I think everyone, whenever I get interviewed and people ask me, so what do you teach the young people? I always say I learn a lot from them. Right? Because it's a learning journey. There's so much that I learn from all the people that I work with, no matter how big the age gap is, right? And so this is just a testament of how God can just bring people together and make something work together for good. Because you can't stop what God wants to do, right? Though I wasn't selected because of age, God chose her, and then she came through and said, look, it's going to happen. Whether age or no, or whatever, we're going to have this thing. We're going to empower these women. Because I think God knew that I have a vision that I want to see come to life. And this grant was so important. But because I didn't get it, I was like, okay, I'll have to wait for another opportunity. But that's how it all works out, right? So I think like for me, this is so encouraging because we were working on it together. We're learning from each other, you know. She gives me her ideas, I give her, you know, and we've become so close. Like we talk about anything and everything. Yesterday I was actually late. I was we were busy chatting and chatting and chatting and chatting. Like it was just supposed to have been a short meeting, but then it was like she's gonna have to go. But we were talking and talking and talking. And so what I want is for you to not think that someone is too young for you, someone is too old for you.
Yeah.
Right? This whole space, I want you to connect with anyone and everyone. Right? Don't say, but I don't think I can connect with this person, or you know, because you never know where the synergy will happen.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it, you know, and partnerships can happen anyway. It's not about age, it's not about any of that. It's about whether you guys have got the same mindsets, whether you guys have shared the same values, right? So this is such a powerful story because I didn't think it would happen, but it did. And you know, she was saying, wow, this event has turned out to be so big. We were like literally pulling our hair out thinking, how are we going to cater? Because literally, we only had budgeted for what, 30 people? We had only said we're going to have 30 people. So, and then we had 120 people signing up, more than 120 people signing up. And initially I was like, maximum 100. Then we jumped up to 20, right? And there are lots of people that we had to turn away. We had to turn a lot of people away and say, we can't accommodate because of our budget. But we only had planned for 30 young women for this experience, right? So we had to change things up a lot because we're like, well, it's better for us to have more girls coming than fewer girls coming. And yesterday she said to me, today I'm gonna top up the money. And she's like, because I would rather have more people coming. So she took away some of the money that she was supposed to use for her own events, her own spoken word event that she's supposed to be having, to make sure that we have this experience. So I just want you guys to understand how you know valuable, how important this experience is. You know, it hasn't been easy to make this thing happen, right? But it's just a show of love from us to you that we want women to be empowered, right? We want girls to have these safe conversations, these courageous conversations, and we women just have fun and enjoy themselves, right?
True.
So I had another opportunity to share it, but I thought this would be a perfect time to talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, thank you so much.